Good afternoon. Today you are in charge of a piggyback train with DDA40X at the head. You have two SD40-2 helpers to help go over Sherman Hill. You'll go as far as Beaufort Centre siding in this scenario. I should also put the rail driver on because that will work fine on this side, huh? When it wakes up. I can also set a cab background up. That'll probably do. Let's go the other way, shall we, folks? Now I'm thinking Chattanooga Choo Choo in my head. How can you create bad driving? Because people will come at things far more quickly than they should to try and make sure they can meet the scores, the timetables, or to they'll drive faster and brake harder, essentially, to make up for any other areas where they're perhaps running a bit slower. Harsh scoring doesn't create better drivers. It actually makes people either go completely off the idea altogether. I know I get very frustrated if scoring is unreasonable. The general guideline for scores are that you should have, if I've completed your scenario, finished all of the instructions, and done it reasonably competently, I should be able to get a bronze. That should not be hard to get. As long as I've completed everything that was asked of me, effectively, is what a bronze just is basically like a tick. It should be you've done the job. Silver is you've done the job and done it quite well, not perfectly, but you've done it quite well. So it should be reasonably achievable, but it require you to, not speed too much and so forth. Hence why it's 750. Gold should be you've got it very near perfect. So if you've made your gold 975, that's actually not a terrible idea. But if your bronze should be quite low, and your silver should be somewhere in the middle. Can you write a script that will turn off the ATC? You don't really need to write a script, just press Ctrl D, Ctrl F. DDA40X is a heck of a beast. Well, it depends on your scenario whether 800 is 800 quite easily attainable. It should be whatever is your bronze should be easily attainable if you've done all the tasks, and not been a complete idiot. That's why it's normally about 500. What you got to remember is you get the scores wrong, you can totally put people off. And they'll just ignore the scores, and then any benefit that there was from actually putting the scores in is completely gone. Hey there, WT, welcome. Oops, hello, speeding. Oh, I've got the map zoomed in a bit too far is all. Let me zoom the map out. Steve, correct me if I'm wrong, but if you are in the beta bundle, if you have got all of the routes in the Pioneers edition. Cab view. Sit in the cab for a minute. David, yeah, it's two SD40s. It's a DD40. It's a double SD40, hence the DD. And it's got the comfort cab on the front, same as an SD70. You don't have any US route, yeah. You'd need the North Jersey coastline, WT. WT, no, North Jersey coastline has always been part of Pioneers and the standard edition actually of TS17. Running at 40 now. Not getting any horn all of a sudden. Oh, okay, you just can't hear it actually inside the cab. You want to also see the conductor's position. Oops. Horn. Awesome, awesome horn. North Jersey coast, it comes with ALP 45 DP, You can get the LP46 for it as well. So North Jersey coastline. It's an F40PH, I think. North Jersey Transit run as well. No, the game doesn't penalise you for inadequate horn use, no. Good thing the FRA doesn't issue the points here, really. Hey Ruben, how do you do the thing to change the entire name of a file? I'm in the top of Explorer. Let me just bring up my Explorer so I can remind myself. You go to View, and then there's a thing that says File Name Extensions. So on the View, File Name Extensions there. Don't have the view. What Windows are you using, Ruben? I'm using Win 10. Windows 7. I'm not sure where it is in Windows 7. I wonder whether you've got the... So over here, you might have this down arrow. Click this down arrow and then see whether that opens the ribbon up. Irascible. If you stream Train Sim with the live map thing showing, do you need a separate scene on OBS for the live map for using a web? But I've got. You shouldn't need to. You should be able to combine it all together. I've got loads of things on my main scene. Too many things. I cleaned it up when I moved to OBS Studio, and now it's got all messy again. I need to clean it up again. Hermosa, 6.4 miles. In that case, Ruben, I think it might be a tools folder options type thing. Hold on a second. Doing? How are we doing? Coasting up this hill gently, easy enough so far. Am I a fan of the GP9? I'm not really a fan of it as such. WT, cheers, thanks very much. Don't forget to send your receipt stuff off to Dovetail Support and they'll help you out. They'll fix that problem for you. There's apparently 38 hours worth of suggested scenarios so far. For the 24-hour stream, so that should be good. We'll have to drive them a bit faster. It's better to have more suggestions than you need. Absolutely. Oh, I'm certainly not complaining. Absolutely not complaining. Randolator, if you use the suggestion spreadsheet, hopefully someone can post you the link up on the chat from the bot, and then making sure in the comments you note that it's for 24 hours, for the 24 hours thing, and then it will get. I'll look through it as one of the options for that as well. The only issue is people who'll say, "Why don't you play mine?" But I don't guarantee to play anyone's scenarios. I might take all those 38 hours and not do any of them, to be blunt. I'd say that was highly unlikely, but it's a combination of I want to play scenarios that I think you guys want to see, I want to play scenarios that I want to. I also want to make it a nice variety and breadth, cover a bunch of countries, cover a bunch of different types of traction, so steam, diesel, electric, do some French, do some South African, Chinese, Japanese, all sorts of different things. Lots and lots of variety is what I want to do. Steam, bit more steam, different kind of steam, slightly bigger steam engine, bit smaller steam engine. Do they have a sim model train? How do you mean, definitely? I just want to welcome A Rubin 1971 as a new mod. Thanks for stepping up, A Rubin. Noombat, thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. Oh, like a toy train set thing. So if you look on Steam Workshop, definitely. There is a model, a route which mimics my dad's model railway, the One House model railway. So yes, you can do that. There's also the garden, the gnomes route, which is that's sort of like a garden railway. Stephen James, it's his and Francois' 6-month anniversary on it as moderators. Wow. Surprised you still want to come back? It's because the viewers are awesome. Really great bunch. You know it. Scorpio Ron, you can only make it appear. I've got it. It's not appearing on my map. Is on a different window, and then OBS is overlaying it on top for the stream. Pendennis Castle. Your question. I meant to answer that. What's my favourite Union Pacific diesel? I have no idea. Probably the one in the KT livery. The Dr Pepper livery is awesome. Hello, 30 limit there. What's my favourite steamer? Mallard or 9F? In the UK anyway. Back in the engineer's seat. A4 or 9F? Yes, A4 or 9F. Francois says he was at a teen camp working when I came up to Scotland, so I didn't get to meet him then. And then I went to the south when Francois went to the southeast for a family party. He was not far from me. I went to Bristol for an exhibition, so I'm doing my best to avoid you, Francois. What's my favourite Western Australian government railway shunter? I don't know. Red one. Pink one if they've got one. Listen to that bass. Sounds like a beast. Guess we're going downhill now. The red one. Favourite steam loco in the USA? Probably the big boy. Probably the big boy. But to be honest, I like a lot of the American steam locos. Like the Hudson J3A is another favourite of mine. I just think that looks gorgeous. A mod like Train Maps Live for ETS, ATS, it wouldn't work because the world that's represented in Truck Sim is not real world. So it wouldn't map to any of the real world locations in the same way. Whereas this, I can sort of pinpoint a latitude and longitude, and it'll look basically like this. That's not because they condensed the world down. It'll be a lot harder. It might not be impossible. I don't know. I haven't actually looked to see whether or not it's how it actually works, but I doubt it. The Dalton map is it? Oh, I do like messing with the Xbox controller. Does mean I'm not really paying much attention to what I'm doing, but that doesn't really make much difference. Good night, Katie. Thanks for stopping in. Nice, good. I'm glad to hear that, WT. Yeah, I throttled up and she's accelerating, but I'm just letting her get on with it. Thanks, Exeter. Exeter, thank you for the host. Much appreciated. Jeparama, thank you for the host. Exeter and Jeparama's viewers, welcome to the stream. Oops, now we've got a 40 limit. Yeah, a lot of the streamers in the Nut House are good, aren't they? They're all a good bunch. Squirrel has been quite. He's got a good group of people together, and I'm proud to be among them. No, Daniel, this isn't a self-driving one, but it's a relatively straightforward scenario. So I'm just adjusting the rail driver every now and again. That's why it was slowing down earlier on. Beaufort Centre, and then we are stopping at East, which is all the way over there. Phil997, thank you for the follow, much appreciated. 3.6 miles away. By the way, in case anybody's interested, the number of subscribers at the moment is 97, I think. Grampus854, I don't think I thanked you. I can't remember. Let me have a look at the time. 9 hours. No, I didn't. So Grampus subscribed 9 hours ago. Thank you very, very much for your support, Grampus. I was just looking up on the list and there was one there I didn't recognise. It's just over a week now in Ninja Joker, a week and a day. What that means is I'll have to find 2 extra emoticons for you all soon. I'll be up to 8 that I've still got to make. I'll get there. Don't you worry. You will definitely have them before the 24-hour stream, even if they're not final ones. Alright, 1 mile until we get to Beaufort Centre siding west. Just had a warning about a 30 number drop. We're almost there now on this one, just after midnight, and then we'll do some trucks. Remind me what MLG glasses are. I'm sure I knew about that. 30 and completely forgot. Right, we can stop here shortly. Just basically heading over to the other side of the siding on the east. Did I upload this Squirrel Raid video to YouTube? No, actually, I've not uploaded to YouTube for a while. I've just been too busy. And I got behind on getting stuff rendered and so forth. But I have got a stack of videos ready to publish on YouTube now. So I need to... That's what this weekend is really about, getting everything scheduled and getting a load of videos out next week. I upload my YouTube videos overnight, Daniel, but what you have to remember is that the first thing I've got to do is cut and render. I've got to get the files copied from the streaming PC to the main PC. Stop my signal, good. Then I've got to get them into Vegas, audio all processed. Those two jobs alone can take a couple of hours, just sitting there processing all the audio. Once it's done that, I can then cut them and then do a batch render, and I leave that running overnight. So, and if depends when I stop the stream. If I stop the stream at 11, I've got loads of time. If I stop the stream at 1, I just basically shut the machine down and go to bed, which means it doesn't get done. Which isn't the end of the world, frankly. Yo, you upload directly from Twitch's highlights. No, I'm recording at a much higher bit rate and in 1080p 60 FPS, so I get a much higher quality video to YouTube. I used to do pushing straight from Twitch up, but the quality of my recording, rendering and uploading is far superior and well worth the extra time. Good work, we have to sit here for a bit, so go take a break. Boom! Should do a highlights video. Yeah, possibly. Those take a bit more to do. What I'm planning on doing for 10k subs on YouTube is the really detailed look at the One House Model Railway. I've already got some footage recorded, so I need to get a bunch of other footage recorded and then put it all together, and that'll be 3 or 4 videos actually I'm going to do, because one on the computer system and the model railway control, then there'll be one on a cab ride round the layout on the camera train, then I've got, which I've already recorded, then there'll be sort of a tour of the layout really, so there's 3 or 4 videos that I've got planned when I get there. Single player trucks tonight, Pishlip. I'm going to look at doing multiplayer next week. I've sort of got back into trucks. I've had a couple of weeks of doing the trucks. We can look at doing multiplayer next week. I still want to get my company expanded because I've got no money in the company really, or at least not very much. So I want to try and beef that up a little bit because I quite fancy having a look at this Peterbilt, but it costs money and I haven't got any. So I also want to build the company up, like I said. Right, I'm repeating myself now. Right, okay. Thanks very much for watching Trains. I'm going to do the theme tune now to round out the Train Sim Live. Then I'm going to put it on and we'll get on with some American Truck Sim. Alright, folks? I will be right here. I'm not going anywhere. And if you want to hang on, then I will see you in about 5 minutes. Thanks very much, folks.